Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Now brace yourself, I do have some bad news for you, and you're probably not aware of this, but yes, you listening to this, I'm afraid to tell you that you are a bot. That's right, you're not a human, you are an XRP bot. Beep, boop, beep. At least that's the claim of a figure who's very well known in the world of crypto, and happens to be suffering from the affliction known as XRP derangement syndrome. His name is Ryan Selkis. And that's right, he believes that what is actually the very real XRP community, which is probably composed of millions of people at this point. No, that's not a thing, according to Mr. Selkis. And I use the term Mr. very loosely here. It's just a bot farm, just a big old group of bots, not real humans. And I got something that's going to absolutely quash that concept. I'm in a unique position to kind of prove it, given that I'm running an XRP-centric YouTube channel here. You'll see what I mean in just a second here. But I got a few people with XRP derangement syndrome to highlight. And why? Because it's a damn good time. These people are out their damn minds. It's like, these are people who have otherwise functional brains. They can apply, they're intelligent, many of them, right? They're intelligent and they can apply logic, they can use reason, they can interpret data in a fair way, except for when it comes to XRP, and then their brains become applesauce. That's what XRP derangement syndrome is. It's completely otherwise sane people being completely redonkulous. It's just how it is. It's absurd. It's a real thing. Like, you don't see this, certainly not anywhere near to this degree, with any other coin. Not in my experience in crypto for over 7 years now. It's very unique with XRP. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Now, the chart on your screen here, I've shared a number of times over the last roughly half a year to point out, like, there are tons of analysts who don't have XRP derangement syndrome, and even if they don't necessarily consider themselves to be part of the XRP community, maybe they took interest in XRP purely because they came across the chart and they're like, whoa, I've never seen something so primed, which, by the way, is a case from a number of analysts that I'm following. A number of them I actually started following earlier this year, and I saw posts from them like, whoa, this thing is coiled up like a mofo, it's going to burst. And then sure enough, elections happen, November rolls around, straight to the upside, and we're waiting for the all-time high, but I think that's, a virtual certainty at this point. And so here's a post from July 16th before, we technically saw it, before we technically knew for sure it was going to happen, but I mean, my conviction was through the roof. But there's this post from Crypto Michael, and I don't know if he considers himself to be part of the community or if he's more like just a chart guy that has current interest in this because he knew that this thing was going to pop. But he had this chart, XRP USD chart from July 16, 2024, and he wrote, XRP historic breakout incoming. In all my years of trading crypto, I have never seen a 7-year-long bull pivot. We might be about to witness one of the most significant breakouts in crypto history. Yeah, and it's happened. Now, we didn't get to the part with the new all-time high as of the time I'm recording this, but yeah, the breakout, historic breakout, yeah, absolutely that has happened. And this happened because there are a boatload of people that believe in XRP and have chosen to speculate on it, and it resulted in the price going up because there are very real humans that are very seriously doing this. And there are tons of people in the XRP community that, yes, are active on social media and even watch videos on YouTube, believe it or not. But Ryan Selkis ain't having that. This is him on the screen right here. He is I think he's the founder of Masari. They do all sorts of analysis for various cryptocurrencies, including XRP. He was the CEO until recently. More on that in just a second. He ended up resigning very recently. There was a bit of a conflict. But Ryan Selkis here, I've corrected so much of the BS that he's written over the years. I mean, his firm Masari, they would publish outright lies about XRP, stating that it's centralized, this or that. And there are so many instances where I just had to rip the crap that Masari wrote to shreds, and I did that. And then I placed it into the Moon Lambo wood chipper, never to be spoken of again, ideally anyway. And it's just to give you an idea, the degree to which this guy will not tolerate XRP or anything having to do with XRP, with rare exception. More on that in a second also. To highlight that, I will just mention a personal experience. So I've actually never written anything to this guy ever, so far as I can recall. And I remember it might have been 2017, could have been 2018. I'm almost certain that this was before I had even launched my YouTube channel, which I launched at the end of 2018. But there was some sort of thread on what was then known as Twitter. It's now known as X, of course. And there was a post, and then there's somebody that responded to rebut whatever crap he was lying about XRP. And the person that responded to him made a good point, and I hit like on that, the little heart icon. And Ryan Selkis, back then, because you could see what people were liking what comments publicly, which you can't do anymore, he went in and checked who was hitting like on that, and I had hit like on that. I hadn't commented, not a single thing to him to that point. And he blocked me. No. And so I blocked him back, because my policy is if somebody blocks me, I just block them right back. Now, recently things changed, which is why I can show you what I'm about to show you. It used to be the case until very recently that if somebody blocks you, you can't see their profile. And so me blocking them back, that meant they also couldn't see mine. You know, fair is fair. If that's how he wanted to play it, it was completely irrational. But he has XRP derangement syndrome. He's got applesauce for brains on anything having to do with XRP. That's true. It's just a matter of fact. But something changed because of the new leadership under Elon Musk. And now, if you're blocked, you can't repost something, you can't reply to posts, but you actually can view them. So I can actually see everything. I can click right here and click view posts, which brings us to this. That's why I can show you what is on your screen right now. He posted this on December 14th, just a couple days ago. And here's what Ryan Selkis had to say. The XRP and Cardano communities, and he puts that in quotes because as if we're not real communities. Now, mind you, of course, the XRP community is one of the largest, most passionate communities in all of crypto. It's one of the largest also, and for good reason. So he's just trying to belittle us and make it pretend like we don't exist. And if he actually believes this, well, that's just another part of the affliction known as XRP derangement syndrome. So he wrote, the XRP and Cardano communities are the loudest and least valuable bot groups on X. Ship something and then I'll respond. So there you go. Okay. So we're not real people on X. We're just a bunch of bots. And he said the same, like this accusation has been levied so many times. It's not real. It's just a bot farm. And I'm like, no, the reason that you're seeing tons of XRP accounts on X is because we really are real and we really are that big of a community. And I'm doing things in a particular order. I'm going to come back to that. And I have a fun way of showing you that only an XRP YouTuber like myself can show you. I have some data that you will find interesting here. And it's a little behind the curtain type of stuff, so you might find it interesting for that reason too. But he also, I can mention this too. So he says, ship something and then I'll respond. XRP is one of the most functionally useful cryptocurrencies on the entire damn planet. So he'll praise Bitcoin, which does nothing on layer one, unless you want to count store of value, which also XRP can do. XRP has real-time settlement, right? I mean, you're talking about settlements, immutable transactions, effectively in real time. Each block takes 3 to 5 seconds to settle, and it costs a fraction of a penny. So it does what Bitcoin can't. So, okay, so he's fine with Bitcoin, which can't do that, but that's not enough for him. Oh, okay. What about XRP functionally used in all sorts of other stuff, enterprise-grade software? Like, frankly, even just one use case should be enough. Even if I just bring up Ripple using XRP as a bridge currency, that's something that has shipped. That's enterprise-grade software. But he says, ship something and then I'll respond. See, this is because he has XRP derangement syndrome. His brain no longer works. I mean, it will on anything else. He's a smart guy. But when it comes to anything having to do with XRP, applesauce brains. That's it. It's another example. There's a reason I can make so many of these videos about so many people saying so many dumbass things, because it really is a real thing. You won't find this affliction with other coins. I mean, you can find some examples of people going out on the fringe. Not like this. It's everywhere. It is all over the place. From people like mainstream in crypto, people very well known. And he's very well known in crypto. I mean, he's got like something like 365,000 followers on X. He's been known in crypto for like a decade at this point, probably, or something like that. And so for him to be saying this after XRP has been this well adopted, and all the people that invest in crypto on the planet are like they're disagreeing with him, or else XRP wouldn't be number 3 in market cap. Like he cannot put the pieces together though. His brain's broken. XRP has broken this man's brain. This is what you keep seeing. And so he then wrote, I have no animosity towards people that make money, but where are the users? Where are the users? That's right. But the Bitcoin, so do the Bitcoin users count? Does speculation count? Does that count? Honestly. Because what most people do with any cryptocurrency is speculation. So if you're going to bash that as it pertains to XRP, you better bash it if you're going to be logically consistent and intellectually honest. You better bash it for every coin then. But he just wants to apply it to XRP, doesn't he? Of course, because his brain's broken. So, but he says he has no animosity. But where are the users? Where are they? Because we're just a bot group, right? He said it right there. It's on your screen. We're a bot group. We're robots. Beep, boop, beep. Those are the sounds we make. And then he says, you can't gaslight me, idiots. I've been around too long and don't give a F about mouths. What a cool guy. Look at that. Calling us idiots. That's a sick burn there, Ryan Selkis. That's a sick burn. That's one sick ass burn. Except for his brain's applesauce. That's the problem there. That's the problem right there. And so check this out. A few things on this. And this was a rare exception. It's like his brain, I don't know if there were like cells in the brain that like started to heal or something, like it started to morph the applesauce into like what would resemble regular brain matter. I'm not quite sure how this works. I'm not a doctor. You need to talk to an actual doctor. Just a disclaimer right there. But look at this headline from September of 2022. Messari, Brad Garlinghouse made Ripple the crypto industry's unlikely champion. That's right, from Messari, which at the time, Ryan Selkis was the CEO of. And here's a picture of them on stage. Now, mind you, this comes after years and years and years of Ryan Selkis lying about Ripple, lying about XRP because of his XRP derangement syndrome. But there they were on stage. Now, why were they on stage? What brought them there? Because Ryan Selkis finally got it. He finally realized that the lawsuit against Ripple, which I'm sure he was very happy with initially, he finally figured out that it wasn't just an attack on Ripple, it was an attack on all things crypto. And so he got together with his enemy right there and they talked on stage. And I mean, they'd had some words in the past. It was not exactly friendly. So it was kind of interesting to see them talk. And I watched the whole, the whole video of them with their conversation on stage there, or whatever the hell this event was a couple years ago. I remember when it happened. I was like, Ryan Selkis, how about that? Talking to Brad Garlinghouse. Wasn't on my bingo card for the year, but it happened, right? And so it was, but see, the only reason he did that is because he thought that he and the rest of the crypto space was on it. He wouldn't have done this otherwise. Hell no. And of course, he ended up going back to applesauce for brains, though. Here, look at this headline. This is from November 16th of this year, a month ago. Ripple Labs and CEO come under fire amid rumors of a Trump meeting. I don't even need to read the article here, but he was just kind of, what was he bitching about here? Oh yeah, Brad Garling, this is on November 16th. Brad Garlinghouse is shilling XRP and CBDC implementations. I am shilling American dynamism and smart appointments that will solidify Trump's legacy, blah, 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 blah. We are not the same. No, you're certainly not the same. Your brain's broken. You got applesauce for brains. It's XRP derangement syndrome. I would agree. You're not the same. How do they even get the apples in there? Do they so they mush it up and then does it go straight in through the ear? It's certainly not the mouth. Like it's got it, right? Am I right about thinking that? Like the apple, it would go in through the brains and then that would supplant the brain that otherwise would be. Does the brain then go like, is it swallowed? Does it excrete it? I don't know what happens to the brain. Or is it like part applesauce in there and part brain? And then like, depending on what he's talking about, it'll trigger between the applesauce processing whatever's happening and the brain processing the rest of what happens in his life. I'm not sure how this works. If anybody has any details, please drop it in the comments below. I would love to know. I'm truly intrigued by this. But regardless, he went back to his ranting about it. Everything Ripple does is bad, that whole thing here. And he's a bit of a loose cannon here. Here's a headline from July of this year. Messari CEO Ryan Selkis resigns after political discriminatory posts. And so, look, this is not a political channel, so I'm not even going to go down this route. I'm not going to read the article. It's not worth it. But he said some political things. He got a little spicy, and it didn't go well. It backfired on him, and then he had to resign. That's Ryan Selkis. So there he is, loose cannon, applesauce for brains, XRP derangement syndrome. That's the guy. So what about this claim about there being an XRP bot, XRP group here, or bot group here? What about that? Well, let me share with you a little peek behind the curtains. This is actually publicly available information technically. I just think most people aren't aware of this. But you can pull data from any YouTube channel on Social Blade. Just you type in the channel name and you can pull up publicly available data. It's just that they put it all for you in an easy to view spot. Now, I will note that as far as the earnings, which are on your screen, that is incorrect, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But the other data, because they're just estimating, but the other data on your screen, they're actually pulling. And so you can see the proper count for subscribers for my channel right now. This is me on Social Blade, 161,000 subscribers. But he would say those are just bots, right? What about the views though? Currently, according to Social Blade, I have 79,621,024 views since the beginning of my channel. And that's pretty damn close. So I don't know how frequently this pulls data to get the latest information. I don't know, because I'm technically like a little over 80 million now. I checked before recording. So it's pretty damn close, though. I don't know if it's literally real time. Maybe it's slightly up, but that's pretty damn close. The reason I'm sharing this with you, though, it's not to be braggadocious, not at all. I do not have an ego whatsoever. I'm just a dude on the internet. I do not think I'm special, just to be clear. The reason that I'm highlighting this is to point out that there's no chance in hell that that's an XRP bot group. Think about it. Advertisers pay YouTube. If those views were fake and they were bots, there would be one hell of a lawsuit. And so the fact that you're seeing massive numbers of people watching crypto XRP YouTube videos, it's not a coincidence that's happening on YouTube. At the same time, there's a massive presence on X and the rest of social media. Would he literally deny that? Well, he would, because he has the affliction known as XRP derangement syndrome, applesauce or brains. He probably would. But it's just, I imagine, like, because I'm just one dude, right? If you were to sum this, it would be interesting if somebody ever did this, to sum up like all of the XRP YouTubers, what's the total view count? I'd be willing to bet it's in the billions. And maybe there are how many XRP holders on the planet? I don't know what the numbers. There's no way to know, actually. Even though it's a public blockchain, you can't know for sure. But it could be in the millions. But to see, that's what I'm saying. So like, to think that, and then, if you're hyper interested like I am, then you're probably watching more than one video here, but that's kind of the point. So to have that many views, to have that be possible, there have to be real humans. Otherwise, there's one hell of a lawsuit on the hands. But of course, YouTube's doing everything on the up and up, obviously. There is no lawsuit here. It's that this guy has applesauce for brains. That's the point. That's why I'm highlighting this. It's all correct. But we're just bots. I'm so tired of that argument. And so then for me, because like I'm behind technically this little curtain of YouTube, although you can get, like I said, look on the screen, you can see some of this information. Like I've known the whole time that this is real. Like in a different way than most people would. That's why I'm highlighting this, because most people wouldn't even be aware of this. That's why I'm showing it to you. He's full of crap. Can you imagine being that human and then like your brain works great and you're actually highly intelligent in all other aspects of life, but then when it comes to this, it's like, words are hard. And then you just like say these weird things. It's just, and then it makes you feel like weird emotions that it doesn't make logical sense to feel. Can you imagine being Ryan Selkis? What a weird life to live, man. Here's another example. I'm going to be brief with this one, but this is from chart analyst Don Alt. This guy, I should probably stop following him. Like he does have XRP derangement syndrome, but he's like, he doesn't go the lying route. Not that I've seen. I just think like he's off the rail. So it's like, I don't say somebody has XRP derangement syndrome if they don't agree about XRP just on the surface, and if they're just behaving normally and they're articulating why. That can be fine, but there are certain there is such a thing as going so far off the rails, and then like if you're in the crypto space for over half a decade or a decade, this guy's probably been around probably close to a decade at this point. And if you're going to crap all over XRP that whole time, but then not know some very basic things, I don't know how to take you seriously. Like if you're not lying, then it's just willful ignorance, or what is this? I mean, you know what I'm going to call it? It's XRP derangement syndrome. Like you're trying to will something that's not true into existence, and you cannot do that. And this guy's got a massive following, Don Alt, with 634,900 followers on X, right? And he hates XRP. Doesn't make sense, but at the same time, he is honest enough to admit that it's probably going to really outperform like pretty much the rest of the market. So look at some of what he wrote here. He said, I've got this weird feeling that if the bull market continues for a couple more months, XRP is going to dominate the discourse. American coin with leadership that doesn't care about skirting the law, with a broad retail appeal that is centralized enough to be able to move quickly and take advantage of the new landscape, doesn't get better than that in the new admin, I think. Just needs the market not to be topping already for it to succeed. So there you go. This is somebody who's been in crypto, I believe, longer than I have. I've been here a little over 7 years. And here he's just saying outright lies about XRP. So it's either a lie or he doesn't know. Like, you tell me which, either one's bad, but it's one of those, right? So skirting the law. Is he aware that XRP is legal clarity? Is he aware of this? In the United States, it's the only top 10 coin by market cap that has legal clarity. Even Bitcoin doesn't have that. What? What law is being skirted? Judge Torres said XRP is not a security on July 13th of 2023. Did you not hear this, Mr. XRP derangement syndrome guy? Come on. This is completely absurd here. And then he says it's centralized. And so typically what I would do, if I'm typing on X here, anytime somebody would make this claim that XRP is centralized, I'd share a current map of the validators and the nodes within the XRP Ledger ecosystem, so you can see them all over the whole globe, all over the place, because it's decentralized. And then I would ask, where is the central point of failure? And the answer is there isn't one, because it's decentralized. Can you point to which one of these nodes is the central point of failure? Which one controls all this? None. That's the point. And it's written into the code. This is provably the case. But still, you have a guy like this saying BS like this to over 600,000 people on X, regularly crapping all over XRP. What is wrong with these people? Can you imagine living that life? Because again, either you don't know and you should be embarrassed if you're in XRP this long anyway. If you're new, I don't blame you for not knowing. Or you're lying to that many people, which is it? And no shame here. No shame whatsoever. It burns my biscuits, son. And then he says, if I'm right about this, I think the XRP ecosystem is vastly underpriced relative to others. Market cap of 20 million on the biggest asset of the third biggest coin is hilarious. So he's talking about meme coins here on the XRP ledger. He says, wish XRP wasn't such a piece of S-word that only has memes and actually had something for me to buy. But it is what it is. So there you go. XRP ledger with the native asset XRP, one of the most adopted and useful cryptocurrencies in history, used on a daily basis as enterprise-grade software. Oh, I just wish there was something for me to buy here, but I can't find it. I'm Don Alt and I'm on the internet. I'm a duck. That's the guy. That's what we're working with here, folks. This is why we cannot have nice things. This is why we cannot have nice things. Now, of course, you've been able to tokenize stuff on the XRP ledger since inception, over a decade now. Now, as far as the memes, there has been a bit of a craze recently, and that's because First Ledger came along and they made it very easy to buy and sell and mint memes, just tokenize whatever you want on the XRP ledger. So the functionality was over there, but there's a developer that came along to make it super duper easy. First Ledger, right? And so that's why you're seeing more of this, which brought it to his attention. And it's brand new, and here he's bitching up a storm about the memes. Oh, just the memes. Blah, 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 blah. I'm a guy on the internet. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks, Donald. You've helped no one. You've misled people. You have absolutely misled people, actually. What is wrong with these people? I can make video after video after video after video because there are people the world over, and some in very high places, well respected in the world of crypto, that say the most dumbass shit about XRP that you could possibly imagine. And this is real life. If I were running a channel that was focusing on any other cryptocurrency, it would be much more difficult for me to consistently make videos with this type of content. And I'm able to do it, you may have noticed. I don't literally do it every day. I'd get burnt out just literally doing it every day. But I've done a fair bit of them over the last, week and a half or so? 2 weeks, maybe? That's because they won't stop flapping their stupid face holes with stuff that isn't true about XRP. They won't stop. Won't stop, can't stop, because they're freaking fools with XRP derangement syndrome. And that's why I just hope that they get the medical help that they need. I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about the pharmaceutical industry, but I hope that they're able to develop something and maybe do some trials over a span of years, ideally not rushed out, but something that will, medically address the affliction known as XRP derangement syndrome. It'd be cool if there was just some sort of drug or medical treatment that could treat that. That's all I'm saying. It'd be nice if there were something. I would want that for them. I want them to live better, more sane lives. And so that's why I say that. I'm very, very deep sympathy here from Moon Nabo, right? So this is what we're working with, folks. Unreal, isn't it? Oh my God. Just why we cannot have nice things. Tell me what you think about this. Seriously. It's just a couple examples here. And I'll keep from time to time highlighting because, there's more. It's impossible to run out. They're making new content for me every single day. New content for me to cover. Oh, dear, sweet dear baby Jesus. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.